Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have a 4v4 custom match here on the most famous map in all of Supreme Commanderdom. It is SETON'S Clutch. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players. We'll start with Team 1 on the northeastern side of the map, and then we'll end with Team 2 on the southwestern side of the map. Take a look at Team 1's regular side player. First, we have in Batman Gray, it is Excelsior playing as an Aeon. He is an 1800. Moving westward in the beach slot, we have an orange color orange. It is Glummo playing as a UEF. He is a 2000 rated. In the causeway position for Team 1, we have Zawirzak in Imperial Gray. He is a Cybran for this match as an 1800. And in the east, in the Cliff Rock position, we have in Rust, it is Nuggets playing as an Aeon. He is a 2200. He is the highest rated player on Team 1. So for Team 1 side of the map for faction makeup, they have 1 UEF, 1 Cybran, 2 Aeon, and then 0 Seraphim. Take a look at Team 2's regular slot. First, we have in Stage Blue, it is the UEF of Terrari. He's playing as a 2500, the highest rated player on Team 2 and in the game overall. Moving counterclockwise, we have in Barbie Pink, it is Sains. He is a Seraphim, the one and only Seraphim of the game. He is a 1600. Moving northward in Emerald Green, it is Alex Julian 2. He is a UEF for this match as a 1700. And in the west, we have the Light Oak Tan player of Silent Bug in the Cliff Rock position as an Aeon. He is a 1900. So for Team 2 side of the map, they have 2 UEF, they have 0 Cybran, they have 1 Aeon, and then the one and only Seraphim of the game on Team 2, which for the entire match means that there are all the factions represented in the game, just not on each team. Team 1 has the only Cybran, being Zawirzak. Team 2 has the only Seraphim, being Sains, and then both teams have Aeon and UEF technology. And for these 4 players on each team, 8 players on the map, let's take a look at their reclaim. Of course, it is SETON'S Clutch, so it stays pretty much the same. And that stays pretty much the same. It is the same every map. There's still 13,000 reclaim on the map, but of course, the majority of it is in the causeway that players are starting to make their way to the middle of the map. We do see Team 1's players from the north and the south are inbound, and Team 2's players, I should say, because he's from Team 2. They're getting to the middle of the map for that. I guess not new meta, same meta. We'll see if the meta changes at some point. We do see Zawirzak and Alex are getting closer and closer. Hit point advantage. We'll go to Team 2 starting off with Alex. He has 2,000 additional. We do see Team 1's Glummo's coming in with a UEF, and then Team 2 Sains has a Seraphim. So still adding up total hit points, Team 2 has the advantage. Not by a whole lot, but you know, smidgen makes a difference. Zawirzak going after the comm. Not going after the reclaim, which I feel like is kind of a missed opportunity. Hi. A little bit of communication going on. He's going to boop him. He's going to boop him. He's going to boop him. Ah, he boops him. Hey there. We do see Julian is now falling into the yellow. That's why he's like, really wants him out of there. And Julian's like, nah, I'm fine. Not going to worry about it. Glummo's going to get there shortly. Sains is going to get there probably about 15, 20 seconds later. Looks like he's going to go for the Salem Rex first. Zawirzak's going to move in the western side. A couple of Team 1 Lobos are inbound from Julian to assist. And Glummo's saying, hey, I guess everybody's going to say hi in the middle of that. Was not bogus? No idea what that's about. Julian is going to get some assistance from Sains now. It is 2v2 in the middle of the map. And Glummo has reclaimed the first of the 3 Salems. Looks like Zawirzak's going to get the second. And then Glummo's going to get the third. And it looks like Julian and Sains are wrapping up the rest of the T3, T2, T1 units in the reclaim situation. We do see a couple of shots inbound from the Lobos. Now Glummo's taking some damage. And we do see Julian's going to sit there and kind of hang out for a little bit. A couple more wrecks for him to scoop up. Maybe he had to spend... Oh, looks like he was waiting a second or two to spend some mass. And then scooping up the remainder of them. In terms of reclaim, Team 2 is behind Team 1, but not by a whole lot. But that little bit can make a difference. Zawirzak drops into the yellow as well. Same with Julian. Julian now just ripping Zawirzak's hit points apart. Drops Zawirzak into the almost red. In the red. 2,000 hit points and falling. 15, 14. 14 roughly 100 hit points remain on board Zawirzak's commander. And Team 2 has control of the causeway, at least the middle of it for the time being. Bomber over top, not really helping a whole lot, but it's still annoying Team 2 at a minimum. Stealth started for Zwarzek to get some hit points back. And then he'll probably go for Nano afterward. Man, maybe he'll go for Gun and then switch to Nano maybe. Gun started for Team 2's Alex. And then the rest of the engagements are starting to build up. We do see Team 1's Eastern player of Nuggets dropping off some units and actually killing off the facility for Sane. Sane's actually locked out of Navy currently. That's not good for Team 2 on that Eastern front. Western side, facility's not built for Team 2 on the western side. Team 1 does have a couple in the ponds as we speak. So Team 2 doesn't have any presence in Navy as of yet. I mean, they did, and then it's now gone. Another facility online, just producing engineers to spam up Team 1 frigates. And, of course, it's just acting as a huge buffer zone between the main facility of Team 1's Nuggets and then, of course, the frontline ones. Look at that huge division between those two facilities. We do see Stealth is almost done for Zwire, but the gun is now done for Alex. We do see Saints helping a little bit with that. Team 2 is going to continue to push down the causeway. And Zwire might try to, act as a nice little, pincer maneuver with him and his teammate of Glummo. Nano is going to be built for Zwire. But we'll see how much pressure Team 2 mounts. There's still a lot of Team 1 spam inbound. I don't see any T2 land facility yet. It has been started, but it's not done yet. And Team 2 trying to get some naval presence online. It's just not realistically working right now. Might need some assistance from somebody else on Team 2 to deal with this. There's just a lot of pressure from Team 1. And again, it was a nice drop. Looks like it dropped off engineers, built the facility, actually probably reclaimed it, and probably then built it, or at least destroyed it with the reclaim. One of the other things that's gone, doesn't matter exactly how. And that is unfortunate. Gun is going to be built for Glummo. He's now done. Mantis was assisting that upgrade. Nice assistance there from Zwarzek getting the upgrade done for Glummo. And Alex is pretty far forward. There's some Mantis he needs to deal with. And Team 2 Sains is back here. We do see Team 2's Julian is starting to fall back. Not looking too great. He's almost on 1 star. That's probably what he really wants to get out of this mess. There it is. 1 star vet. He's back up to about a little over 50% hit points. Glummo's at 10,000, so advantage for Team 1 still. It's gun v gun. And of course, the regen favoring Team 2 just a smidgen. I think it's 6 mass a second difference. It is 6 hit points a second difference. Alex continuing to push. Couple of Mantis. That's not going to do a whole lot. Julian is taking a lot of damage here. We could see maybe some Corsairs, or actually these would be Mercies, but I highly doubt there'll be Mercies from Team 1. Maybe, I guess no one else has T2 air. Maybe just Team 1 bombers from anybody. Alex now looking at 6,000 hit points. Glummo's now looking at 56, so he's dropping below Alex's comm. Rip Me says Glummo. Yeah, I don't know why he... Julian is still continuing to push. We do see some T2 PD, some Cerberus being built. Looks like Alex is trying to get out of range of Glummo's commander. I don't know if that will matter at this point. Glummo's at 1,700. Julian's trying to dodge. He's going to die. One of the others going to die, and it's going to probably kill off the other one. Alex will be focused by the Cerberus. Actually, it's being ignored, but there it is. There's the murder-suicide situation from Team 1 and Team 2. Julian draws with Glummo. So it is a 1,700 trading with a 2,000. So I think the trade, at least in terms of rating, favors Team 2. And now it does give Terrari a second base, so he's now sitting at 146. Zwarzek's at 123, and then everybody else is below triple digits. Team 2 on the Team 1 frigate annoyance PD spam nonsense happening from Team 1 is not looking good. And we do see, I don't think Team 2 is going to get Navy back on the eastern side anytime soon. Western side, a couple of facilities are now online. No T2 Navy yet that I've seen. Team 1 has a couple of them, but T2 Navy is online for Zwarzek. He now has double base as well. So both of the players, both of the teams have at least one player, of course, with double base. And it's this different player. We have the air grid player and then the causeway player for Team 2. Then it's the beach and then the causeway player for Team 1. So we'll see how the mass gets divvied up for everything. This will definitely help expedite the air for sure for Team 2. Team 1 might try for Zwarzek just hammer Navy. They've already won Navy on this eastern front. It was won very early, so if they could get the other Navy, then they can just continue to bombard Team 2, wipe out at least this base, and this base, and then Terrari's just left all on his lone in the corner. That would be probably a win right there from Team 1. Not guaranteed, but still a very good win nonetheless. But we'll see what Zwire's going to do. We do see gun started for him. On board his comm, he has Nano getting back up to full HP rather quickly. T2 Navy is also online for Team 1's Nuggets on the eastern front. He is Aeon. Maybe we'll see some missile ships on that eastern front. Maybe not. I mean, he's already technically taken Navy pretty much entirely. Yeah, there's a couple of facilities up here, but I mean, you could have forces from Team 1 fire over to kill off those facilities. So realistically, it's not a complete win. Or not a complete win. It's not a super big issue. It is an annoyance, but it's not a big issue. Frigate's focusing on the torp launcher. There's another sub there from Saints just to try and help out. But again, it's not too great. We do see some assistance from Terrari just running amok. We have actually forces landed on the southeastern side on that trimix position. Team 1 PD is going to kill off a couple of forces, but not really do that much work. And now the trimix position will go back into Saints' hands. We do see Terrari's almost on 200 mass. Excelsior's at 150. Same with Zwire's. The mass income is favoring Team 1 at the moment. Not by much, but a little bit. We do see Team 2's Navy infecting Team 1's beach with all of their light octane Aeon forces. There is a destroyer here. They've taken out all of the additional engineers. More of them are inbound. Nice little Lobos inbound to maybe help out a little bit. Team 1 torp launcher is going to get 100% denied. Probably doesn't even need to focus on that, to be honest. But the frigates will wipe out that Valiant real quick. There he goes, and then now it's going to come down to if Team 1 can get assistance fast enough. I highly doubt it, because that facility is dropping hit points rather quickly. Actually, not as fast as I thought. They're focusing on all the other units. That's probably why. Team 2 is still mounting an assault. Zwire's pops out of the water and goes, I made a mistake. I'm going back in the water. And Zwire's going to go hide underneath the surface of the waves once again. I don't blame him, because he's just getting pushed out. Team 2 and Team 1, somewhat of an equilibrium right about here. It's not the middle of the map. We do see a destroyer inbound from Nuggets to assist. And the facilities, of course, for Saints were eliminated. Zwire's walks back onto land. Maybe he's going to try to make it home that way. And he's going to take a lot of damage. He's on 2-star vet, though. And he has some Mantis assistance, a couple of Hoplites assistance. We have T2PD being built at some point. He looks like he is going to just get out of there. It looks like Saints is not going to try to chase him down. And on the beachfront over here, a little bit more pushback. But, again, the units are being outranged severely, so I don't think that'll do a whole lot of work. Maybe push back a little bit, but not a whole lot. T2 Navy is down for Team 1. Zwire's so he holds the middle of the map, but he lost Navy. We still see a cruiser up there to the north, but that's going to get killed off real quick. What? Interesting. TMD, AA, and an Atlantis was being built, was being the key word. Don't know why he moved his engineers. Engineers died or something, but that was doing something over there. No idea if that's a future plan or not. Someone's drawing a cat. Having some fun. I think that's Julian. It me. Yes, it is Julian. That is you. Saints, no upgrades on board the comm. It's gone to Nano for Zwire's, so he's almost back up to 75. There is UEF Tech in your pond from Terrari. Probably need TMD, says Glumma to Zwire's. And transport from Team 2's Terrari is going to drop some engineers off in Zwire's main base. Or one of his main bases, I should say, to be honest. And T2 shielding going to be built immediately. T2 AA is going to be built. We have more T2 AA being built just to protect those engineers. Looks like it might be some T2 PD here shortly, I would imagine. Yep, there's one right now. Flak's going to help protect the engineers and the shielding, or at least try to. The radars are online to help give some vision and intelligence gathering for Team 2, at least, a little bit. Not a lot, but, something. Get those little squares dotted around the map. It's only Team 1 units, so realistically, it's very spammable for Team 1, but there's not a lot of facilities, so realistically, Team 2, I think, is just going to out-spam them right now. 854 mass, specifically says Alex, talking about the Atlantis. We do have a mechs down for Silent Bug. Is he doing the reclaim method? Looks like he might be doing the reclaim method. Yep, that's what he's doing. That some players do that. Some players do the the regular upgrade method, but it all depends on how fast you can change it out from T2 to T3. We do see a nice little bit of wall sections, PD and whatnot on the northern side, just protecting that Trimix position there. And TMD's being built. Not many more PD. It's Zwirzak's base over here is just getting decimated. And he's going to lose some eco quite quickly here. He is at 142. Terrari's at 200. And Excelsior's at 240. So Team 1 is leading by about 100 mass a second at 17 minutes. But having an entire main base gone at this point, eventually I think Team 1 will get this back. I don't think Terrari has enough staying power here, especially at 17 minutes, to be here long term. But it's definitely going to be annoying nonetheless. We do see eastern side. Nuggets has taken up the main base mixes here for Team 2 Sane. So it's, again, similar things are happening, but different methodology. We have engineers landing and then taking it with Navy assistance, of course. Team 1, it's mainly Navy, with engineers kind of coming up and saying hi. T2PD being built to push back Team 2. We do have a couple of Riptides inbound, and they are going to get ripped to shreds, to be honest. A couple of destroyers, a couple of cruisers, a couple of frigates, and then PD. It's not going to do well. We do see Team 1 spam moving in to kill off all the Team 1 PD and all the other defenses. Maybe we'll see Terrari actually claim the Mexis. He's getting reclaim as we speak to just get as much out of this base as possible. Spammable units are being built on the northern side for Zwirzak, but again, I mean, this T1 radar might be upgraded to T2 to give them more vision. We have more shielding going to be built here shortly. Missile launcher is online and launching shortly. We have artillery being built to the north from Zwirzak just to really hammer Team 2 back. You have to help here, says Nuggets. I would presume maybe some Spectre gunships are in. Well, no, because there's a lot of flak here, so maybe Strat Bomber, maybe, but that's only going to kill off 3,000 of the 9,000 shielding. And realistically, if these shields are going to be assisted shortly, if they're, if not, then they can be here for a little bit longer. We do see some engineers from Sanes is actually over here getting some reclaim, it looks like. Just trying to get that eco helped out. We do see some Team 1 torp launchers spamming up, and then the facility build. Shield being built to protect the PD and the engineers. And Insane Vision says Excelsior. Thumbs just drawing on the map. I feel like that is just a, what is it, a blessing and a, oh, he's going to type out Terrari. Oh, no. No, he is. I think he is drawing Terrari. Did you spell it wrong? Terra, like Earth? Oh, okay, Terrari, yeah. There's only one R, actually. But, close enough. I was like, Terra? You mean Earth? But, no, that's not it. Team 2's Terrari's position, again, is getting overwhelmed by all the spam from everywhere. So, not going to stay there long. Again, it just kind of came down to there's not really a lot of reinforcements, no more engineers, no units coming in to just really ramp up production. It was just get something annoying online. And I'm kind of surprised no T1 PD was not built to deal with all the more, units that are annoying to shoot at because they're smaller for the PDs. The T1 PD is a little bit better to shoot at them. That's why if these were Cerberus PD, I think that'd be the best situation because they fire very quickly. They can deal with all the T1s rather quickly. That'd be probably a better bet, but one of the few instances where you'll find me saying Cerberus PD would have been better. One of, not the only, just one of. We do see T2 torp launchers outranging T1s, and that's not really helping things out for Team 1. That facility's wiped out again. T2 Navy still online, producing not really a lot of forces, I would imagine. Just going to hang out because there's no need to because he's already invading on land at this point. You could mercy his T3 if you are a man. It says the Glimmo. Never mind. AA says Glimmo. And missile was inbound. Looks like it's trying to strike at some mexes. It does get shot down, it looked like. That is denied. And more engineer. Well, that's one way to do that. Yeah, you could build it in your base and walk it all the way over, or you could just ship the engineers over and then just build it there. That'll work. So we'll have a second attempt at Team 2 on a land invasion here shortly. Terrari built a base and kept it online for a couple of minutes at least. But that GC online, oh, that's not gonna feel good for Team 1 shortly. We're at the stage of the game where everybody's trying to build up and get, all the T3 mexes, get the T3 land and air, or at least land in some cases. We have air obviously already online. And just get all of that, that number go up thing go very quickly is the thought process. Somebody could try to spam up a nuke really quickly. I don't see that maybe happening, at least in this game, just because there's more focus on other endeavors. We do have some one little slivers online for Team 1's Zwirezack underneath a stealth and shield generator. He's upgrading it to an ED4, which would make it a T3 shielding. Wind Navy top says Nuggets. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work, because Team 2 has a lot of presence here, and that would put a lot of focus on Zwirezack. He could try to maybe start pushing down the middle here. There's not really anything from Terrari at this point. We do have the Team 1 spam from Nuggets, though, just punching through. We have a bunch of Team 1 furfurs running around. Oh, T3 mechs. Ooh, that's going to hurt. No, it's not dead yet, but there's a lot of furfur fire inbound anyways. Team 1 and everything else from Team 2 in terms of flapjacks being spammed up to deal with this inbound aggression. Again, it's not a lot of firepower, and we do have some stingers. That's a very good counter. Again, they don't cost a lot, and they do enough damage to just kind of come in, blitz them down for a second, move on to the next one. Kind of like Cerberus, but in the air. And ASFs are starting to get stacked up for Team 2. I think Team 1 might be better off just by a little bit. It's 95. I think Terrari has maybe 75. Ooh, he has a lot less. Ooh, he's 33. He has the third. Ooh, it is not as much as I thought. Usually I either overestimate or underestimate, and this one time it was overestimating. A couple of spy planes were shot down. Transport has another set of engineers. Is he going to drop it? He was thinking maybe it was an ASF, but it was not. And spy plane was shot down. Transport was also shot down. Looks like that was from Team 2's SETON'S as well. Maybe trying to drop off engineers to get some facilities down here. Sparky Strong says SETON'S. Sparkies? Who has Spark? Where are the Sparkies? What? Where? Oh, over here. Oh, these Sparkies. Oh, the Sparkies are inbound. There they are. Never mind. I am. I'm trolling. And the GC is on the land, carving into Zwirezack's now main base. And those Sparkies are really driving Team 2 back. We have Riptides also mixed in there, so it's kind of a nice little eclectic mix of hover tech in that regard. Are those considered hover? Those are not considered hover. Okay. T3 landed quarters has not been targeted yet. There it is. T3 landed quarters has now been targeted. And Zwirezack's mass income's now down to 140 and falling. We have another T3, couple of T2 mexes. Actually, that's all of his T3 mexes down. Laser started for Zwirezack on his comm. Transport coming in with some flak to protect the nice little GC that's now on a 2-star vet. They dropped in those Ascendants a little close, but looks like the Ascendants will get out of range. More Ascendants are inbound. And Team 2, look at that! Team 1 now has Seraphim technology because they captured all of the facilities. Oh, that's hilarious. Look at that. All the engineers running around. Oh, that's amazing. It's an assault of engineers. He's going to build some Seraphim engineers, get them out of there. Oh, that'd be amazing. We rarely see units and everything else get captured. We've seen mexes get captured once in a while, but not structures like this. This is amazing. And now we have engineers from Team 2's player of SETON'S now being built by Team 1's Zwirezack, so they have access to Seraphim technology. Now, if they keep the facilities and go over in the corner and save the engineers, they might build a YOLO. Who knows? That would be amazing. Build something that you didn't initially have access to. That would be something. We do have the GC not actually hiding from the gunships, just cooling off in the pond. And look at that. They've captured another set of facilities. What is this? What game is this? This is SETON'S. What is going on? How's that? Atlantis is losing hit points because it's not being actively built. Who knows? Maybe SETON'S will build that. But look at this. This is amazing. A couple of them were destroyed. They're probably going to reclaim them. We have a GC. Is that GC being reclaimed? That GC is being reclaimed by Team 1's Excelsior. Oh, that is That is unfortunate. Oh, that's got to hurt a little bit. Look at that. That engineer getting some reclaim from Team 2's unit that wasn't done yet. That's amazing to look at. And it's slow process, to be fair, because it's Team 1 engineers, but, you know, a couple masses a second makes a difference. Gunships coming in. There's some flak ripping off those ascendants, those Spectre gun. Oh, my goodness. They just got eaten. They got eaten by those Ascendants, and those Lobos and everything else are going to try to eat those Ascendants again. Looks like that's going to be a no from Team 1. T2 Naval Headquarters in the Seraphim Technologies from Zwarzak, producing the laser-equipped destroyers. We have Team 1 bombers inbound, dealing with all of the Riptides and any of the engineers that are still there. Looks like it's all Riptides at this point. That is amazing. Just absolutely amazing. No T2 Navy from Team 2, just T2 Hover, both Asylum and Blazes, and maybe an Ascendant or two. Maybe it's just Blazes. Oh, there's a lot of Ascendants. Okay, there they are over there. Team 1's Nuggets is finally being forced back for the most part. Looks like it's kind of a they push in, and then Team 2 pushes back, and then Team 1 pushes in, and then Team 2 pushes back. This is really not a consistent one or the other, which we like to see more of a dynamic than a static environment. T3 Navy is done. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to build the missile ship? No? Okay, fine. Don't build the missile ship. Anyway, laser is almost done for Zwarzak's common, the nice little pond here. And gunship, sorry. GC getting up to 3-star vet. Looks like the destroyer is now done. Second one's about to be finished, but there's a lot of inbound aggression. Those frigates are leading the way for all of those Ascendants and all of those Blazes. And that GC is now up to 4-star vet, just getting fed from all of the Team 1 spam from Team 1's Zwarzak. Strap bomber dropping a payload. GC still at 50,000 hit points and falling. Pretty quickly now, I might add. But, you know, T2 artillery remaining in, going to kill off some more hit points, and the GC's not going to get back in the water. That's just not going to happen. He's going to die. Because by the time he gets in the water, and by the time he gets underneath the surface of the water, he's already dead. So, does kill off the destroyer as his final act. But the Seraphim headquarters for Team 1 is going to be denied for Team 1's Zwarzak. Again, hopefully you got an engineer or two hiding somewhere in the corner so we can start producing some of those Seraphim units. And it looks like the facilities from Nuggets have been defeated, but the units are still running around. We do see any presence in Navy at this point. We do see gunships on the eastern side moving in. T2 Stingers, I don't think they'll be they might be spotted soon. ASFs are kind of headed that way. There's a large group of Spectres inbound, though. And here come the Stingers. Maybe they'll be spotted. ASFs are not going to be able to deal with all of those from Team 1, at least in terms of the ASFs. And it looks like the Stingers are going to wipe out some of the E storages. Or sorry, the mass storages. That's something. GG says Nuggets. Looks like some Blazes are going to be dropped off. That's going to help out a little bit. If these were broadswords, it'd be even more damaging. They've already been done with pretty much everything at this point. And it does look like they wipe out 2 of the mexes. That's probably worth it, to be honest. That's not 150. That's 250. It looks like. Apparently Julian took like a screenshot and sent it to chat. Chat gap 5, and his is 150 off map. At says Excelsior. I thought they got rid of that, where they're not off the map anymore, and they kind of just teleport onto the map. I think didn't they get rid of that? Oh, I see. They just flew off the map. Okay. I was like, sometimes that's not on purpose. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it isn't. Nuggets going for Tempest and for Donut simultaneously, so trying to get 2 experimentals on. Oh, T2 Naval Headquarters is still alive, so Seraphim Tech is still online for Team 1 Zwarzak. It looks like he's scooping up that GC wreck right quick. No T2 Navy still from Team 2. We do see Saiyans walking around the pond up here to the north. Don't know what he's up to there, but he's doing something. But we have Team 1 Zwarzak launches a whole host of Lobos inbound. We have T1 spammable mech marines online. Just get something online at this point. We're going to flood the zone. T2PD being built. We have ASF being shot up by Cougar and AA. Or Cougar mobile and then stationary AA. There are no Mantis or no Lobo, not Lobos, no Strikers or anything in this mix. So the Lobos are going to wipe out some of the facilities, but honestly more of the important stuff is probably not even going to be touched. It looked like a lot, and then the Mech Marines went, nope, not a lot there now. T3 online soon for Terrari in that pond. We do see lasers done for Zwarzak, maybe cloaking. His head is actually barely peeking out of the pond there. Maybe teleporter, we will see. Air grid getting nice and expanded upon, obviously in the customary main and secondary locations. Team 2, similar thing, but not as expansionary in the secondary location. Tons of AA is being built. Actually, no, tons of mass fabs. That's not AA. And gunships are inbound. That's a lot of Spectres. That's a lot of Spectres. ASFs are inbound. They might swap it to AA here shortly because that's probably more worth it. There is a donut, and it's going to try to go on the edge of the map. Team 2, all the retreat, not super great. There's a lot of flak here, so the gunships need to avoid that. And we do have some AA being built for Terrari in his secondary location. And the gunships are going to try to stay out of range. The flak is moving in to intercept. If they're going to go for it now. We have trap bombers inbound. ASFs maybe going to intercept some of them before they drop a payload. But they are going to drop a payload nonetheless. Oh, they're going to drop it on the central T3 PGen. Now they wipe out 2 facilities and a PGen. That's actually, honestly, not that bad. And dude, get back, says Nuggets. Yeah, the ASFs would have killed off that donut if it went in right there. Tempest is almost done. Second donut is also almost done. We have counterattack on the land. We have Team 1 Mech Marines getting just ripped to shreds, but there are some Riptides mixed in there, so they're making an assault. Team 2 is going to make another assault on the Hovertech Navy side of things. Lots of T2 Blazes and Ascendants and Parashields. Not as many frigates this time, but going a lot of T2 hover spam. That probably might be enough. Of course, the Asylum's helping keep those units alive longer. Does help out a ton. There's a lot of Riptides over here. It looks like they moved in, wiped out this, and then left. Don't know why that was important to wipe that out, but eh. We do see Donut. It's inching over. We have a couple of Torrents online for Team 1. And looks like either counter missiles or... Well, there's no missile redirect system, so they're just launching missiles at Team 1's Torrents. Looks like one of them actually hit the Torrent. That's unfortunate. Looks like it's some artillery as well, but those are definitely missiles inbound. There's a lot of TMD here, so it's hard to sparse out which is which. That's, yeah, I can't tell. Somebody can probably tell which ones they are. There's artillery there, but looks like it was definitely missiles, though, as well. They're just mixed in very well. PGen already rebuilt, going for shielding now. Smart move there. It's getting shielding, especially with Team 1 trying to go this route. We do see the gunships are going to hang out over here in a nice little almost gunship formation. You have the, you know, the head of it, and then you have the wings, and then you have the back fin. Essentially, it's like an arrow, but not. So, yeah, it's not Spectre shaped. It's mainly, I think it's more Stinger shaped or broadsword shaped, kind of that I say more traditional gunship look. We do see the ASF horde protects the donut as the AA is being spammed up by Team 2's SACUs from Silent Bug. We do see SMBs online. We have ASFs just trying to get close but get eviscerated by the ASFs from Team 1, and the proper air fight occurs. They are going to get the donuts. The donut will crash land on a couple of SACUs. Might be cascadable. Kills off a couple more with the explosions. But the donut is dead. A little bit of reclaim for Team 2, of course, but AA is going to probably be built everywhere. We have Ascendants. We're going to be target rich for them, targeting all those ASFs. Yeah, you know, some SACUs did die, but that will be reclaimable here shortly. The quantum gate, I think there was a quantum gateway there. That was gone. There's one over here still anyways, so still able to get more SACUs. And another one over there, so just getting all the eco. Team 2, 1.5k. Team 1, 1,000. So lots of eco for Team 2. The leads in that are Silent Bug and Terrari. Silent Bug with all the SACUs. He's currently sitting at 17, so not as much as I initially thought, but all of his mexes are T3. He probably has some mass fabs as well, so it's really raking in that dough. Still getting some more shielding. Ooh, UEF doing UEF things. 36 minutes on the clock. There's the Novax. I was wondering when we would see something in this game looking somewhat close to a game ender. Excelsior, nothing yet in the background or anywhere else, to be honest. We do see just the Riptides won't stop. T3 Omen is online, so at least he has T3 Navy now. He just skipped right to it. Doesn't have cruisers or destroyers, just has Omens. Team 1's really making use of that Seraphim technology. Still surprised to not see any Seraphim tech anywhere else other than Navy. Just keeping a couple of facilities, some land facilities to get, some engineers just in case you lose it. For YOLO, for chicken, for something. Just, it'd be nice to have kind of thing. Hey, look, some of the mixes were rebuilt. Not all of them, but some of them were rebuilt. Team 2 Saints has kind of just been bullied this game on that eastern pond. And at 37 minutes on the clock, Team 1 has lost Guillermo, Team 2 has lost Julian, and in the initial engagement it was a draw, so immediately dropped to 3v3. So it's still been a tied game the entire time. Map control, I'd say in favor for Team 1 because they have the entire southern pond. Team 1 and Team 2 are still fighting over this one to the north. It does favor Team 2, but not by much. So I'll say map controls in favor for Team 1. Let me know down in the comments who you think is going to currently win this game. Of course, if you haven't, because why not at this point hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. We do see the ARAS is being built on Nuggets' economy as T3 already on board. And we do see more and more Mantis are inbound to try to poke and prod all the TMD that's been built. They're being a real buzzkill this game, to be honest with you. Satellite almost at 50%. We have more shielding being built to protect some of the other air facilities. Donuts hanging out on the edge, just snipping and sniping at all of the air units running around nearby Terrari's frontline base. And those, that TMD is holding, but it is not looking too great. We do see the Omens now coming in. Definitely needs shielding now. Looks like there is some shielding online, but maybe there's a power outage because it looks like that dropped him. Oh, yeah, there's a power outage. Oof, that's not going well for Team 2 in that regard. Northern side, we have SACUs running amok, probably just for reclaim purposes. We have more. That's a lot of Omens and aircraft carriers. Spamming all those things up. Ooh, there's a silencer online, not to be confused with a suppressor. Those are two different things. They do similar things, but one exists and one does not. Janus tried to be deployed and didn't work. They were probably going after the engineers, which is a good move, to be honest. But right arm upgrade says Glummo. That would be gun, because the upgrades are if you're facing the commander, that's what they are. So that's probably his gun upgrade, because his splash upgrade would be on his other arm. We do see more and more missile launchers on board those Torrents just firing away. T3 land headquarters is down for Terrari. T3 Air is actually back here getting some mass fab, shielding, P-gens, everything. And not looking good. I mean, it's kind of, at least in the northern side, this, spammable hover tech Navy from Team 1 is kind of starting to reach its end. There's a lot of gunships. Don't know where they're going or where they came from, but they're trying to do something. Hey, they did come off one of the Omens, though, so there's that. Go into one of the deeper parts of the pond up there. And still two Omens online. Don't know why the aircraft carriers are there. They have TMD on board as well as AA. And they have sonar. So I don't really know why they're there. They're there for some reason, but, nice to have them. You would think maybe the missile ships would be a little bit more important. Speaking of missile ships, looks like there's some missiles launching in from those silencers. And we do see Donut pushing southward. There's the Donut crashes, lands onto the air grid. Second Donut crash lands on the other section of the air grid. Will it get the headquarters? No, it will not. Ooh, almost the entire air grid is down for Team 2. They do keep the Novax, though. There's that. But Terrari's being hit both here and here. And he has some reclaim to help rebuild, but He's lost, actually, not that many mexes. It was just the air grid. So power is also not doing well. He was not doing great on power earlier, and he's not doing on power now. That's even worse. So, yeah, not too great. Not too great. Team D just cannot keep up with all the shots inbound. There's another donut online. Team 1 sending it right over Sains' position. Shielding is not online. He's having power outages, I would imagine. No, it's on, off, on, off, on, off. Shielding pops online for a second. Sains is going for ARAS. No abusing 1600, says Terrari. And Sains is going to die there regardless if he cancels the upgrade or not. There he goes. Team 2 loses Sains. It is now a 3v2 for the first time in the game. Somebody's in the lead. And Sains is abused. Yeah, that is a little bit unfortunate, to be honest, just because he's been essentially bullied this entire time. And it happens. Sometimes one player gets, the focus downing. Sometimes the highest rated player. Sometimes it's somebody else. It just depends on the situation. We do see gunships also mixed in there. T3 Naval Headquarters online. There is a Hathum class battleship almost done. Team 2 definitely wants to wipe that out. And the blazes are moving in. It's getting close. It's 85% and climbing. And the engineers are being eliminated, so it's slow progress there. Team 1's at 1.2, Team 2 1.7 K mass per second. Tsar over here to the southern side of the map doing stuff. Don't know what he's up to. Looks like maybe going after Terrari. Does he spot him? Wrong team. He sees something down there, so they're definitely assuming it's a comm. Move away, says Sains. T3 Navy does finish off the Zoom class battleship. And the other facilities for Team 1 are being eliminated as we speak. But that battleship is online, which will definitely help out in killing off some of these units from Team 2. Sorry, from Team 1. Well, yes. Both. Because Team 1 will kill off Team 2. Team 2 will kill off Team 1. But Tsar is heavily damaged now. Shielding is offline. He is on 2-star vet, so there is that. Could you imagine if the shielding also got veterancy in terms of additional hit points? That would be intense. That would mean the Fat Boy would have a huge, not a huge bump in hit points, but he would go from having 20,000 to 30,000 shielding, and then this side would go from 30 to 45 because it's 10% every time. So that would be a lot of hit points for a donut. I mean, that's not that much more at 5-star vet, but it does make a difference. There goes the SACU over there. The quantum gateway is down, and Tsar, I mean, it's doing work. Oh, I might grab the T2 land. That'd probably actually be a really good grab because of all the hover tech spam. Oh, will he grab it? There's a lot of flak here. It's eating the hit points very quickly. 12,000 or so. The shield's probably going to pop back online here shortly. Terrari's frontline base is gone. Air grid not being expanded upon. Going for Mavor. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Game Ender has made its appearance. He actually reclaimed the Novax and is fueling the Terrari. He's fueling the Mavor with it. I think that's one of the first times I've ever seen a Novax reclaimed for Game Ender like that. Usually you keep the Novax online, but each their own, I guess. Team 2 is at 1.6. Team 1 1.2, and there's not really a lot of expansion in mexes, to be honest. Or in mass, I should say. Another Donuts working on for Nuggets. We do see Hovertechs inbound. Again, they killed off the Seraphim headquarters, so there's that. Looks like they eventually killed off the Hathum. There's a couple of Omens being reclaimed by Team 1. Oh, no, it's over here to the north. It's still alive. Look at that. It is still alive. Nuke sub, says Glummo, talking about the silencers. I did see... Oh, my goodness. Oh, look, the Donut's going to get killed off. And there it is. Finally killed off the Donut. That is, sir, that's an absurd. That's 11. That's almost a dozen nuke subs. That's nuts. That's a lot of firepower. Team 1, do you have the adequate SMDs? They're building SMDs now. There's one there. It was with great pleasure that I announced that I have built my first T3 Pigeon in this game. It's up here to the north. That's in 44 minutes, first T3 P-Gen. That's insane. How long that took. Mario, says Glumma. Oh. I was like, Mario, maybe. Last time I got sniped in 15 seconds. Beware. Oh, yeah, because he built it down here and they got destroyed. Oh, that's unfortunate. Czar and Donut and Tempest over here. All the missiles. All the missiles. Ferrari needs to deal with this. Honestly, it could just be the nuke subs at this point. You get all those nukes loaded and fire multiple of them at the same location. Some of them are close to being loaded as we speak. A lot of mass is being funneled into these things. That's definitely something Team 1 wants to take care of. Do not tell me you're building it. I was going to say, do not tell me you're building another one. Or if you're going to build another one, make it an even 12 and then be done with it. Or 13. I'm fine with 12 or 13. A baker's dozen or a regular dozen. We do see not starting to get as much progress. There's no, there is some Team D being built now. Thought there was a lot more, but it's more down here, to be honest. I thought it was more here. So some of that air grid, I say more of that air grid is probably going to die here shortly. But 45 minutes, Mavor kind of being ignored. He's maybe having some either power or mass issues. Having power issues, definitely needs to fix that. Silent Bug, that's not great for power, but he does have a lot in his bar. He has 230,000 max that he could have. Looks like he's fixing it now. That will definitely help out Terrari a little bit. Actually, I think it's both of them helping each other out, to be honest. And that's a lot of missile ships. That's a lot of missile ships. That's probably going to be game winning if Team 1 doesn't eliminate those. There's another 2 donuts down there in the south, however. There's also a Tempest here. Oh, the same Tempest, I should say. It's got some veterancy, but looks like the donuts are being very patient in their orders. Nuke is inbound from those subs. First one is inbound. First nuke of the game, speaking of which. Looks like it's going to go for... Oh, it's going eastward. Is this one going north? Or is it going eastward as well? There is an SMD here, not loaded. SMD here, not loaded. So that first one will land. The second one will land. Looks like the first one's going here. Can you edge nuke this? Says Sains. Here comes the first nuke. Gonna wipe out the SMD and some pigeons. Kaboom! This one's gonna be even better. Kaboom! Double nuke, double kill. Not double kill, but double explosion. Means that both of those... This is not... There's a large hole in Nuggets' stuff now. Eco drops below 1,000 for the team. Nuggets is at 300 now. Missiles raining in from the silencers / suppressors. And there is an SMD here, not loaded SMD back here. There's 3 loaded SMD here, none, and none. It could just be over with the nukes. Another nuke is inbound. I'm a proud owner of 200,000 mass of... Wow. Sir, that is a lot. That's just almost 90,000 just with the AA alone. Dang. Here comes the nuke going after the Trimix position in the north and a T2 air headquarters. Kaboom! Wipes out that. Transport does not get away. That's another great nuke from Team 2 Silent Bug. And missiles are constantly raining in. Of course, the volcanoes will grab some of them, but some of them will actually land. It just blew up, says Terrari. What just blew up? What? I don't know what he's talking about. Talking about the... No, because that's still being built. Lots of torp bombers stacking up. Looks like the... Yeah, they're still on the move. I don't know if Team 1's aware where they currently are. He sees one of them. That's all he sees, though. Another nuke is inbound from this one. Looks like he's trying to go on the northern edge. It will get clipped by this SMD, however. Most definitely don't need to do, big ranges for that. SACU blew up somewhere. One game and sleep. That's the game. Yeah. A little bit of a crown. King says Alex. Another nuke is inbound. They're gonna wipe out these facilities. Hey, look, there's the pigeons over there. They should be fine, right? Right? No, not so much. Oh, those actually should be fine. Silent Book is better than all lobby, says Julian. Kaboom! Wipes out another chunk of stuff. T3 land headquarters doesn't get killed off, so that's kind of nice. But that's also kind of nice. Paragon has been started. It's going to take a while to build that, though. Maybe should have started building that sooner, to be honest. Torrents, they're getting through a lot of the defenses, though. There's more TMD being built all the time, though. It might be a losing battle for Team 1's Nuggets, though. How's the Mavor doing? It's in the yellow. He's running out on power, though. I'm actually baffled that Salmon has almost 2K income and manages to spend it all.
Strategic launch detected.
Yeah, that's impressive. Look at that. It's 220 matches a second. That's minus. That's really, really good. Nuke is inbound from Bug once again. Is that a... No, is that a...
Strategic launch.
No, that's a right. Okay, that's it. I was like, is there a regular one somewhere I didn't notice? It was just on the northern side of the map. I just didn't see it. Well, that SMD should catch that second one. Oh, it still catches that second one. Look at that. I thought it was going to be close. Now it's down to one. This one has none loaded. This one has one loaded. And this one has one. These three have one loaded. So that's 3 nukes that they can deal with. Now they're down to 3 in total. And keep here explosions. We have a GC on the land. Another nuke inbound. Another nuke inbound. Another nuke inbound. I'm going to do it one more time so I can say it again. No? They're inbound for that base. All 3 will be shot down, but that'll be all SMDs spent. There's one that's almost reloaded. And where are the other ones? There's one there. There's some more up on the northern edge, it looks like. Oh, there's one loaded up there. 1, 2, and 3 all shot down. Just fire one more. That's all you got to do. Every SMD is not loaded. And they're all spent. Everything from Excelsior's going into that Paragon. And GC is running amok in that base. It's up to 1-star vet. We have a couple of stuff down there that can shoot at him, but not a lot. Another Ravager is being built soon. We have Mavor, looks like changing up into PD protection. Oh, another nuke is loaded. Killed off 36,000 mass with that one. Another nuke is loaded. Maybe he's waiting to have more of them loaded at the same time. There's another one loaded. There it is. Nuke is inbound. He's keeping those up there. He's not letting them fire. But this one will land unless the surprise SMD was loaded somewhere. Nope. None of them are loaded. That power grid, that air grid is going to go bye-bye. There's another one fired from this location. Looks like it's going same place, though, so it'll be a double nuking. Team 1's Excelsior isn't moving. He will die from this nuke. That's going to be a great nuke. 413 seconds for that teleport. And there he goes. Kaboom! He is eliminated. 2 of the 3 SMDs are down. The third one almost got killed off, and that's just going to add more insult to injury in that point. Oh, mate, clip a bomber or 2. Yeah, look at them. -10 set Nor, says Alex. And now it's just Nuggets and Zwarzek remaining. Teleporter is done for Zwarzek. Is he teleporting in for this location? I would think he wouldn't just go in straight. Looks like he's going in for this location, going after the SMD. Unit's not cooperating at all, says Excelsior. That's unfortunate. The Paragon has been paused for the time being. Where is it? 60,000 mass killed. That was probably the... Oh, there. No, that's the one. Definitely 183,000 mass killed with that nuke sub. Nice job there. GC up to 4-star vet. He might actually get the 5 stars. But Ravagers are opening up on him. Not good, dude, says Julian. Talking about the GC up there. And that comm is moving. And Teleporter is inbound. There it is. SMD will fall here shortly. It looks like a couple of SACUs start shooting at Zwarzak's comm. SMD is shot down. If he has a nuke, that'd be great. There's a secondary SMD there. However, there's 3 donuts waiting to be given orders. And we have Zwarzak being shot at by SACUs. He's at 5-star vet, 15,000 mass killed. I don't think he's going to make it to the pond, though. Shielding is going to fall here shortly, but it probably won't matter. There he goes. And now it's Nuggets remaining for Team 1. And here comes a GC on land, wiping out the air grid there. How's the Paragon going? Actually being ignored at this point. Yeah, I don't know if there's much that Team 1 can do with the nukes especially. Nuke is inbound from somebody. It's right there. It's inbound for this base again. SMD was rebuilt and reloaded. 1 nuke loaded, says SMD. Ooh, that Hathum that was built ages ago has a nuke. That's amazing, but that's not going to work against that base, though. That's amazing. Look at that. And looks like Calm of Silent Buck gets out of there. GC will get defeated by the GC. It's going to go after Mass Fabs. Gonna blow up some defenses as well in the process. Get up to 1-star vet with that. Oh, that's an engineer that just got grabbed like that. And well, there's that Hathum. It's slowly making its way over. The ASF's also moving over. SACU blows up. GC is still alive. Gets off the P-Gen, which means kills off more engineers, and it'll kill off that other T3 mechs. Team 2's at 2,000 mass per second. Team 1's at 250, 730, maybe power related, most likely, given that huge jump. Donuts are inbound. 1 is shot down. 2 remain. ASF's flying over top. Don't know if they were trying to go after the comm of Silent or not, but because he was on a transport. And the comm of Terrari is also up there as well. Where did that? Oh, it's over there. It is loaded. It is loaded. There's a GC inbound right for that northeastern corner. It's probably going to swing right, though, after it's done. There's another GC down there. Another one down there for Team 1. Mavor, how are we looking at? It's probably actually not even needed at this point. And here comes the AA. Not going to do a whole lot. Looks like they're trying to go after Silentbug's comm, trying to depth charge him. And I don't know if that's going to work. There's a lot of flak here. There's an aircraft carrier just newly minted. 1 more donut remains, and its shield is already depleted, so good luck with that. Nuke is inbound from Team 2 once again, I would imagine. Where is it? Donut's going to get shot down right now. Oh, it's... Okay, there it is. Oh, don't tell me you're just going to nuke that. Oh, that's a little... interesting. Another nuke inbound. Boom. There's the nuke inbound from Team 1. It's going to get Silent Bug. Oh, no, it's going to go to... Oh, it's going to get Terrari. Oh, it doesn't get him. He's not dead. Oh, boom. And that's all those asylums and his personal shield. If he didn't have that, he would have been dead. He would have been fine without the T3 engineering suite, but that was close. Kaboom. Wipes out whatever that was. Start heavy, says Saints. Probably talking to Silent Bug about his shield. Did he cancel it and rebuild it? Oh, that's an interesting move. So he's going to cancel... He's going to remove the shield and then rebuild it so he gets the full capacity back immediately after he finishes building it. That's an interesting move. I didn't think about that. Huh. I mean, it makes sense because that's how it normally works anyways. Or it won't be loaded instantaneously. It'll load very quickly. Make heavy shield, says Sains to Silent Bug. The GC's running amok from Team 2. Team 1's GC's not really doing that much. Well, they were running around a little bit, but Mavor is going to still be built, or trying to be built. There's the shield. There to see how quickly it was. Just boom, done. That's such a good move. Yeah, you have to rebuild the upgrade, spend the mass and the power, but you get the shield back pretty quickly. So there's that. Battleship is in the base, and honestly, I don't. Oh, please tell me you're going to try to reclaim it. That'd be entertaining. Tara's like, get back here. You're the one that shot at me. Get back here. Oh, I think he's going to catch up to him. 2 ACU says Wirezack. And again, just imagine if this BP have nuke and kill 2 ACU. Yeah, imagine. Well, that's what it tried to do. Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. That'd be amazing. That close range of a nuke might wipe out itself, but hey, it would kill off one of them. And look how they go in opposite directions, so it would guarantee that if one of them was shot at, the other one would survive. But 57 minutes in climbing at this point. Nuke is inbound for this little fledgling of a base. Kills off some gunships. Kaboom. GCs are inbound for the Mavor, I would imagine, but the Mavor, it doesn't matter at this point. GC's moving in to intercept. And Battleship is still trucking along, but it's hurting. Bombers are inbound. We have 2 things going on. Bombers changed targets. Heavy shield has been started. There's the GC. There's a lot of Ravager fire opening up on that first GC. Oh, look at that. Just eviscerated. Just absolutely denied. Second GC gets shot at by the remainder of the shots from the second barrage of Ravagers. Looks like the bombers got eliminated. And we have a donut inbound. Silent Bug is going to be fine. He has the heavy shield now online. 17,000 additional hit points. Nuke is inbound. Kills off a chunk of forces here. Kaboom. And that's pretty much it for Team 1. Team 1's Paragon was eventually eliminated. Don't know exactly how far along it went, but it wasn't finished, and I don't think it got into the green. Maybe went a little bit of work, maybe like 50%, but I don't think it would have mattered at that point.
Launch detected.
Team 1 still getting bombarded by nukes. And we have 1 here, 2 here. Oh, he's just going after a couple of forces. Okay, that seems a little excessive, to be honest. Transport's going to pick up Terrari's comm. How many nukes sub-silent? I think it's still 11. No, you built 15? Are you... What? Oh, my goodness. That's a lot of nuke subs. 1 for every unit of nuggets. It's basically... Transport... Not transport, sorry. Oh, no, transport does pick up nuggets as comm. 1 hour on the clock. It is officially an epic. Transport will shoot down Nuggets' its commander, and that will be the end of the game. And then Terrari control case right after that. And there goes, he's like, nuke, 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 nuke. You're like, launch the nukes, launch the nukes. Look at them all. That is nuts. That's what that is. But 1 hour, barely over 21 seconds, excuse me, over that hour mark. Team 2 wins the game. And it was looking like Team 1 was, not poised to win the game, but it was, favoring Team 1, of course, on the southeastern side. And then you had Team 2 pushing in this side. It was back and forth for a while. But this eastern side held long enough for Team 2 to be able to push in. Gave tons of time for Silent to build those nukes up. And then by the time Team 1 noticed them and tried to plan for them, it was a little too late. You had the 2 nukes here. You had the 1 nuke there. You had another nuke here. No, those are the comm explosions. Another nuke here and here. You had the 2 nukes here. Kind of really wiped out Nuggets' eco, to be honest. But maybe if that Paragon came online, it would have been a different story. Maybe, but I don't know. It just seems like it just doesn't seem like it would have. I mean, even if it did get built, when the nuke subs were starting to launch at them, you had 3 SMDs here. I mean, yeah, you could maybe have spammed up SMDs as well, but you then needed to wait for the missile to be loaded. So at some point, you would have probably run out anyways. So again, it just depends on how soon they would have built that Paragon. But again, like I said, it doesn't matter because the game's over and Team 2 won. So MVPs go to Silent Bug, nuke subs, and all tons of eco. Just, sat back, relaxed, hung out. I mean, was attacked pretty regularly, but wasn't focused down like Sane's was on the eastern side. And I gave him some time to just pump out eco, pump out nukes, and then just call it a day. So let me know down in the comments what you felt about the game overall. Thanks so much for watching the very end of the video as always, and I will see all of you in the next one.